Okay, here we go. Let me check the sound, make sure we got some sound there. Yes, we do. How exciting. Okay, got all these rounded up, ready to go. Got to do a couple of premieres tonight. Have to go fast. I think once I get tonight out of the way, I'll feel better about tomorrow. We leave on Wednesday, so it's not too bad, but got a ton to do. Okay, blower on. Okay, this is a Shea by the Sea design with rounded finger holds. And on rounded, we always start on the outside. And now as we dig into this, the big rounded part's going to get too large. And eventually we'll smooth that down to be proportional. First of all, let's see where we're at. We are at 0.6. So we're getting there. We're going down to a 0.52. Let's see where we're at. We're getting down where we need to be here. 0.56. Start moving that forward, that finger hold there. And we'll bring this back down into some normal kind of roundness here. You don't want the round ball on the end of the pen to be too out of proportion with the rest. All right, let's see where we're at. We might be getting pretty close to where we need to be. 0.53. So we'll leave that there because sanding will take us down right where we need to be. We'll shape this little roundedness here. There we go. Make our nice little approach, our little arch, if you will, down into the 0.52. Make it super comfy to hold. Let's come over to this side now and around the end first. Sometimes we get that plastic right on the end. We're going to trim that up just a hair. Give us a nice end on that. Woo! That was some rough plastic. I think our bearing is just about out of there. Let's take this out, re-drill a little bit here. Yeah, that's some rough plastic in there. All right, I think we're rolling again. Let me make sure. Yep, we unpaused. So the issue with these 3D printed ones is they love to do, you know, they're segments, so that sometimes the segments will come apart. So I'm going to get this down. There's a little gap in there. I think that might have gotten rid of that. Still a little bit right there. It's right along that plastic printed part. They're always fun. They're always beautiful, but they do have their limitations. And that's really the materials, nothing to do with the talent of the maker. All right, we'll be able to sand what's left of that out. Let's continue on. Yeah, see how that little plasticness grabs that knife like that? A little crunchy on this thing, weird. I don't know if that's from the 3D printing or if it's just the way the resin sits in there or what. Weird. No medium is perfect, that's for sure. We'll just nibble away nice and slowly. I usually treat these 3D printed ones with kid gloves because they got their idiosyncrasies and they're not quite as robust as just a solid resin blank. They look phenomenal when they're done, don't get me wrong. But when they grab, they grab. Bad. We're getting down there. We're not quite far as we got to be, but we're getting there. Let's take a measure on this one, see where we're at. Still looks a little chunky, at about 0.58. Yep. Coming down to 0.52. Some nice slope in and out of there for the fingers. All right, that's pretty good. Let me go clear the blower out over here. I think we got just a little bit of blockage. Nope, we're clear. I think I cleared it last night, so that's good. All right. Now we got to do Shea by the Sea style, which is Cheerios in a dome. So let's find the middle. We're at 5 1/4. There's the middle. Then we're going to come out about 1 inch either way. And that's where we'll put our Cheerios. Make sure I'm doing this right. Mermaid, yeah, purple Cheerios, Shea by the Sea. Like Shea by the Sea. Okay, let's get our Cheerio maker out here. Pull our tool rest back a little bit, give us something to rest on. All right, here we go. Know we're getting deep enough when our black line disappears. There we go. Slowly disappearing. All right. It is gone. I'll come over here and do the same. This one looks a little taller. I'm going to bring that down to the same size as the other one, or it'll look funny. All right. Now we start digging out the Cheerios. I'm going to slow this down just a hair. Don't want to go too quick and grab something in there and have a point of no return. The plastic is very brittle and crunchy. I can hear it as I'm going into it. All right, we'll dig that out in a second. Now we'll come to this other side here. That's all dug out. Let's fashion up the finger holes first. little fatter on this side, so we'll just slowly whittle that away. All right, not bad. Now we'll fashion this one over here. Not bad, not bad. Made it through that one. Sometimes 3D printed ones scare me. All right, looking good. We'll flip it around and finish it the other way. Here we go. All right, let's put the blower off. That was the hard one of this group, 3D printed. All right, let's get in here. Let's get us a dry diaper here. Yeah, it does sound weird, doesn't it, Care? Give me a dry diaper. Carrie says she's way past that stage in her life. Ha ha ha. All right, we'll turn that up. Grab our bottle of water. Need to refill it a little bit here. Okay, let's see. Sandpaper. This will take 1 or 2 over here. I'm going to get this one down to about the size of where the other one is. And we'll do that with this thing here. I want to bring it down gently. I don't want to carve anymore because the plastic again makes me a little nervous. Actually, no, I don't think I got that one thin enough over there. Let me do a measurement here. Yeah, it's 0.55. I gotta take that one down a little bit. Not sure what I was doing here. Guess I got excited making the Cheerios. Thought that was a bit thick. All right, let's put the blower on. Pull all the goodies in there. That's a little bit more even there. Let's see how we're doing for a finger hold. 0.54, whittling down on it. There it is, 0.5, 2.5. Sanding will take us the rest of the way. All right. Thought that looked a little chunky. Here we go again. Get our diaper materials over here. This plastic also grabs. It's got a higher friction grabbing point, or whatever the right terminology is in physics, than the resin. So you can feel it pulling at you. What's up, baby? She's just checking it out. Okay, feeling good. Getting a good. Guess I didn't need all these other ones over here. Thought I would need more. All right, next level. Feeling better. Here we go. Great colors in this, I'll tell you. I love the teal, light green, blue, into purple. Very cool. let's get out the old polish cloth here. Got a new one introduced yesterday. Got it a little bit loaded up with the polish. I'm gonna take a little more and put a little water in there just to get it absorbing. Eventually this rag will have plenty of polish in it. And for a while it'll work fabulous, and then it'll look really ratty and start tearing up and not doing so good after that. But there's a lot of friction here, so I can see it wearing out. Alright, that's going to be gorgeous. It's polishing up very nice. Alright, here we go. Alright, I like it. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Feels good. The plastic does get some holes. It's soft in there. It gets a little kind of stuff in there. I don't know what it is. I'm just glad the resin doesn't fall out. Okay, green and pink blank. This is going to be rounded, pointy. Rounded, pointy, and we're going to pick design number 1 that she drew up for us. She's got 3 designs that she penned up and likes some elements of stuff we do and is combining a couple together. All right, so we'll go with rounded, pointy first. Then we're going to do a bump in the middle with a couple of inward facing vases. The tops will be facing inward, in other words. Okay, blower on. Rounded, pointy, we start a little bit behind where we're going to end up. Right about there. When we drive ourselves down to about a point, let's see, what does she want on this one? She wants 0.52 again. We're going to have a different measurement later. She likes the variability. And as a person who would understand ergonomics and how the body moves, that makes sense. I always love different sizes. And again, when it's a handmade piece, you're going to get pretty close, but it's still going to be handmade. It's not going to be exact. All right, let's see where we ended up. Down about a 0.56, a little bit more. But I'm going to do the pointy part now. We'll do the pointy part. We got the finger grip, and then we'll combine the two together for the rounded part. There's the rounded part, a little bit more down in here. We should be right where we need to be. Beautifully smooth. Let's take a measurement now. And we have got 0.55. I guess I was afraid to take any off there. All right, let's see what we got now. 0.54. What am I so chicken of? Seems like I'm taking some off, but measurement doesn't change. All right, good finger area down there. 0.5, 3.5 roughly. take a little bit more off because sandpaper on this won't take that much off. All right, let's check it out. Thinnest 0.52 on the money. All right, now to the other end. Sadly, I had to put off the live for tonight. I got to move real fast. I got a lot of pens to do before we depart. Hopefully, I'll feel good about it tomorrow and maybe go live. I love going live. It's fun. Everybody loves it, and I'll throw a couple premieres up tonight. This is one of them, 0.58. Oh, dang, I hate when it does that. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Tiny dig on there. I can feel it with the knife. It's almost gone. Ever so gently. Let's see where we're getting measurement wise on here. Dang, we're down 0.50 on that one. Got to get this one to match on this side. That does happen when you're turning. You'll get a catch. That's what they're called. For no other reason, the pen moves, I move, something moves, and you end up with a catch. Luckily, I have lots of meat on this side to make the pen look equal. Now, let's see what we got over here. Okay. All right, doing good. Alright, we're going to trim this down just a hair. It's a little tall. Remember, you can be small down here, but you got to be chunkier up behind there, because this is just where the fingers rest at the bottom, and the rest of it's going to be up in there. Okay, now she wants a bump in the middle. So let's find the middle first. 5 there. That's going to be our middle. So we're going to give a bump in the middle. We'll make that bump. And that's about 1, 2. That's about out to here. That is 1/4 inch wide. That's actually about a 1/2 inch wide. We're going from 3 1/4 to 2 3/4. Okay, that'll be our middle. And then we're going to do vases, and there's not a lot of room left for a vase on a 5 1/4 inch pen, but we're going to do our best. So, if we come from the middle, let's get our divider out. I need to get 3 3 divisions. I might have to be it right there. Put that one on that side. Put that one on that side. Okay, that'll be good. Whew, I'm telling you. So this one here is going to be the round part in the middle. You got to make it proportional with the rest of the pen. We'll come down and clean it out. This is the top of the vase in the middle. This is going to be the bottom of the vase over here. So we're going to come down in there. We're going to fashion the finger grip. And then we'll fashion that later with the other thing. Okay, this is going to be the bottom of the vase. Got to give it a nice bottom of the vase there. And we're going to come over here. Now whenever we have the center, I got to make the top of the vase there. Top of the vase there. Working down here. And we're going to, let's see, where was the top? This is the top, this is the bottom. So we'll do our finger hole area first. We'll come back and shape that again. And we got to have the bottom of our vase pretty round on that side. Okay, now we're going to come up here in the middle and start fashioning our actual flute of our vase. And these are pretty crunched in there, so we're going to have to essentially going to have one knife's width. It's not a design I normally do, so I'm sort of making this up, but hey, we could do anything here. Just got to figure it out. What makes this a bit of a challenge is the rounded pointy takes some real estate, then your finger hold takes some real estate, and then you've got that ball in the middle, that, I'm not sure what you want to call that, that dome in the middle here, and that takes room, so your vases get a little cute. And again, this is my interpretation of what she drew. Hopefully she's thinking the same thing. Because then we have a winner. fashion the bottom of our vase. That looks pretty cool. I like that. Quite the squatty vase. Now we got to get this one a little bit more sculpted here, coming out of that finger area. Here we go. All right, there we go. Now we got to play with this ball in the middle and get it all looking good. That's a little thinner there. I want to make that sort of similar. Okay. Here we go. Time to finish it up. Blower off. If I can hear myself thinking here. All right. Some sandpaper. A little bit of water. And again, we fashioned these a little bit thinner than desired, but it's, you know, it's only a couple of hundredths, so it's not a crime. But the reason we did that is over here on the dome of this one, I had a catch, and that's when the blank wobbles or I wobble or something happens. I didn't sneeze, so we know that didn't happen, but the knife catches the high part of that and puts a gouge in it. And the only way to repair that is to whittle it down. And that's what I did, to where it was all gone, and that left us a little bit thinner end than desired. Still gorgeous. The vases come out really nice. And, you know, if she doesn't like it, I'll be on her side. And I will always take care of my customers. But gorgeous blank nonetheless. It looks a little light green right now with a little bit of black going through it there, but it's going to be real pretty when we stop. A lot of motion in this one, a lot of figure. I like that bump in the middle. That's actually quite inventive, quite cool. Yep, the catch is gone, that indentation. Okay, that looks good. On to the next paper. I didn't know that term catch, although it does make a lot of sense. I was talking with Troy Shipley one day and said, here's what happened. He said, oh, you had a catch, did you? I said, oh, a catch? What the heck's that? And I understood real quickly what a catch was. Because, yeah, that's what it did. The knife caught the blank in a bad way. Of course, this one wasn't bad. This one was just a gouge that we had to work around. All right, next level. And of course, we're going to buff them all at the same time over at the buffer when we're all done. That way I don't screw up the camera and forget to come back here and continue showing what we need to show. And I'll schedule this premiere. Of course, I probably won't be ready, but I'll schedule it after Kara's live. And of course, you can watch it anytime because it's just a recording. And I saw Diamond Painting Fanatics doing something cool today. I never thought about this, but it was she recorded it earlier, and then she set it as a premiere, and then she was there talking with everybody while they were watching it. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's like going live without being live. Okay. Okay. See how she looks. Oh, yes. That came out righteously nice. That's beautiful. Look at that pink swirl in there. When that thing's spinning, you wouldn't even see that swirl. That's pretty cool. I like it. Okay. Pull these out. Pulling the bushings out. I'm going to chamfer the ends. Ooh. Crunching right through that plastic on that 3D printed one. My goodness. It's like Rice Krispies. That's pretty good there. All right, that's better on that end there. Chamfer the inside of that one, blow it out, that's good. Okay, next we're going to go with this one here, and this is blue, pink, purple prism down to a 0.50 rounded. Rounded 0.50, that's what we're heading for first. And then we'll choose one of her designs she drew up and do it. Let me get a little. Get all the stuff gone there. Blow her on. All right, here we go. Rounded. This one looks like deep wine while it's spinning. Deep purple wine. I can now start to see the transparency as I'm digging down to this end here. Yeah. I know that for rounded, that .50 is going to end up right in here, so I'll start digging down there and shaping the nose as we go. See how we're doing here for the .50 measurement. That is .52, so we're just about there. Not going to take much to get that one. Now we got to round this one down so it's not too large or it'll look odd. Smooth stuff here. Okay, now we're going to be over here. We'll get the outside. We're going to make it all perfectly round first. Come back in and just knock off that outer edge. Okay. That's got some cool colors in it there. Alright, let's see where we're at on that one. Ooh, that's got some green and blue in there. .55 so far. .53, that's pretty good there. .52 on the money right there. Okay, so we're going to come down to .50. So we got just a little bit, a tiny bit of room to go here. All right, that's a nice little rounded edge there. Nice and rounded there. All right, we should be right where we need to be. Hopefully end up a little fatter than .50. Yep. .51, .5, 2.5 is the thickest there. Bring this down just a little bit. All right, there we go. Now we're going to make this one round. It's nice and level in there. Now, let's go see what she wants. It looks like a couple of inward-facing vases with balls on the outside, or like a little Cheerio kind of thing. Here goes my water bottle. Okay, so if we're gonna do that, let's find the center first. 5 1/4. There's our center. And let's go see what we can do for vases. So you gotta stay away from the finger holds, but let's see. I'm gonna make those vases a little squatty. Tighten that down there, see if that's where we want to be. So if I do that, that means my balls are going to be right here and right there. So let's do that. We'll make us some marks, see if that's where we want to be. Okay, there we are there. Do I want to do a Cheerio or do I want to just do a dome? If I did that there, it's still going to give me a decent finger hold either way. So let's go with this here. All right, now we'll come over here. And then we're going to measure these Cheerios when we're done. That's perfectly round. Now what I'm going to do is hit them with a micrometer to make sure they're the same size. So that's 0.7, and that's 0.7, 1.5. So a little tinier on that one, not very much, just a tiny bit. That might be it. So we got to keep those the same. Didn't take much off. I guess I'm a scaredy cat. Let me make sure I'm measuring right here. Yeah, that's still 0.7 there. I don't want to take too much off, that's all. All right, that's pretty good. All right, now we got to do the vases in here. So we've already got these inner parts here. She's got the vases facing inward, so that works out just fine. There's that one there. There's that one there. They're about the same. This one a little bit deeper there, and then this one right here in the middle. Now that's going to be the top of the vases here. We've got to give just a little bit of room in the bottom for our fingers when we're sanding. But we'll never get in there. Okay, so we got a nice little valley. We got two tops, which are essentially just slants. And then down here, we're going to come away from that Cheerio there. And on purpose, we do give a little bit of room down there because we got to get our fingers in there to sand. Beautiful. Now we can create our finger holds here. All right, there we go. let's fashion our finger holds and we'll be done with those. Now on these here, we're going to move these finger holds a little more forward on that end there. We'll still round it up, but I need some more finger room in there. We're essentially using the negative space past these balls here for the finger area, past the Cheerios. Let's take a little height out of that ball right there. Same thing over here. Let's fashion that. Take some height out of here because that's where our fingers are going to go. Alright, now we're going to push this forward a little bit like we did the other one. And you can sort of push the ball forward by just moving the finger grip forward. That's why we left a little bit of extra room on there, so as to not be too thin, because I might want to move that forward. There we go. Nice, got plenty of finger room in there. And then now we do the vases, and this is the top of the vase here. This is the bottom. So we carve into the top to make the flute. Not a complex design, but one I got to think about because I don't do it very often, or at all. Alright, let's come off of this little ball here, this little Cheerio with the bottom of the vase. That's pretty cool. Now we'll fashion the side of our vase. Leave that one alone. We'll come over and do this one here. We'll just slowly inch our way down into there. Take our time, no hurry. All right, how are we doing there? That's pretty good. We got to shape this one up a little nicer here. Stand this one down just a little bit. There we go. Same thing with this one. Going to stand it down just a hair. All right, I think that's what she wants. I'll show you the drawing. That's about it. Not bad, huh? Drawing it on a napkin and away we go. I think it's actually some kind of drawing paper or ink brushing paper or something like that. Okay, let's pull this out of here. Get all this stuff picked up. We'll get that out of the way. Turn the blower off. Bring over the diaper. Let me make sure we're still recording. Yes, it appears we're still recording. We have audio and everything. That's an exciting day here at Leopard Leatherworks. We have audio. Okay. Let's grab paper or two. See what we need in here. It's fun to get direction on a type of pen and what somebody wants. At least they know sort of what design they're looking for, and then I can interpret that based on the best knowledge I got in my brain and turning skill that I've developed in the last year and a little bit, and then see if I can come up with what they're looking for. It's always fun. Okay, let me fold this and get inside here. Let me break out this fresh piece of paper here and get down into that valley next to that little Cheerio there. All right, feels pretty good. Got it worked in. All right, let's get rid of that trash there. Get in the next level here. Gets quiet when I'm sitting here doing this by myself and there's nobody in Discord hooting and hollering, having a good time and all that good stuff. But I do go a bit faster, so I need the efficiency tonight and tomorrow before we depart on the retreat deal. Because then when I come back, I'm already behind. We know how that goes. All right, feels good. Now we'll take the highest level of sandpaper. This is sort of translucent here on this end here. It's see-through, but very dark red, I guess. So it's not, it's clear, but it's not perfectly see-through because it does have some color. You know, it's sort of funny, the internet age. 20 years ago, how would you have so easily seen somebody turning any kind of pen? It was sort of magic, you know, just kept in the shop and the guy showed up at the show and he was selling pens. And you thought he was a magician. And now all the secrets are revealed. Alright, there's that one. Let's get out the old polish rag here. It's already loaded up with a bunch of good stuff on it. Let me fold this thing in half. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Here we go. What's it look like? Oh yeah, look at that. That's cool colors. Sort of some neon pink, some purple of some type, green and blue down here. Looks sort of streaky. Got dust all over it. All right, that'll look good buffed up. And we're coming up on to number 4. Let's see, this is green gold. And now we're gonna do something different on this one too. This would be cool. Getting a little dust underneath the track here. Actually, dust gets built up between this and it won't move very well. You get rid of the dust, it moves like a champ. All right, we're up and spinning now, and we're going to be doing this one is a .52 green and gold here, and then we're going to do a rounded pointy. And we're going to do this other kind of design we'll do in a minute, but let's get the rounded pointy .52 out of the way first. Blower on. we're getting down in there. We are at 0.5, 5.5. We'll leave that alone right now. We'll come over here and play with the rounded pointy part, or the pointy part, and then we'll make it rounded pointy. Let's see how we've come down to now. And we are at 0.55. Just a smidgen more. Might be there for this side here. Let's see what we got. We got a 0.55, and this down to 0.53 over there. A little fat there. We're going to take it down. Tiny trim job right here, one right over here. Want to make sure they're perfectly flat on this blank. Okay, now let's do some measurements here. Over here we've got 0.53, that'll come down with sanding. We got 0.53.5, so only a hair sliver over here now. Then we got a there's rounded pointy on both ends. We'll take the shiny off the middle here. Now on this one, this young lady would like a couple of balls on either end. I think I'm going to hand cut those because she look a little thicker than drawn. So let's come over here. Let's find us a center. 5 1/4. Yep, on the money. So there's our center right there. It's that actually shiny part of this one here. Yep. Okay, now gotta start those about right here. So we'll do one there. Now it's too close. Let's start one right at 2. Come there. was about 2/8, that's 1/4 inch. That'll be right to there, and now I can't see my thing is getting worn out. I think those are too thin. So this is not a good one here. We're just going to get rid of that one. Okay, so we got that one. I think it's going to have to be Cheerios because I need them narrow. Because I got to have a block in the middle. So if I do right here, and I do one there, and then one here, 3/16 inch more, another one right there, and I come this direction, that is 11/16, and then 3/16 more, and then 3/16 more. I really don't like getting that close to there. But we got a decent chunk here in the middle. Okay, so I know what we'll do. All right. This will be the first one here. We'll come in here. In right there. That's about pretty good there. Okay, let's figure out where those are and we'll mark them on the other side. Okay, so that the bottom of that one is going to be 11/16. So from here, 11/16, and the bottom of that one is 1, 2, 3 more 60. So I got them marked here pretty good. All right, we'll do that. All right, so they're marked decently. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, now we'll make our finger grips first. A little gap in there to put our fingers while we're sanding. Or at least get our paper in there. All right. And this thing in the middle is sort of a ball. Not sure what we're going to do with that yet. We'll figure that out in a second. All right, now these guys here, we're just going to round over. All right, that'll be all right there. Man, my fingers hurt doing this. I'm trying not to make a mistake. Whew, that hurts. All right, here we go. All right, now what are we going to do with this middle thing here? Let me get the finger holes reshaped here so they look good. Right now they look a little bulbous. Yeah, that looks a little better. We'll give us a nice curve into the finger rest there. we'll make it like a watermelon in the middle. We'll get a little distance down here in this gully here. There we go. Anything over here? Sort of like a big bead in the middle. All right, that'll work. Let me just straighten these little guys up right here. Looking a little slanted there. All right, I think that's what she wanted. And I like it too, it's interesting. It looks like a watermelon in the middle. Now, let me get that out of the way. Let me get a, while it's spinning it looks like a watermelon. It might completely change when we stop. You can see the design of the blank everywhere. Okay. We'll get in there nice and tight with this folded sandpaper. Folded newspaper. That's funny right there. Can't believe I almost said that. This sort of looks like a jewel in the middle maybe, or a bead. Looks like a bead. Super smooth. You get down in there. We got a lot of grooves to get in on this one here. I think it's pretty good though. Feels nice. All right, on to the next paper. thing that helps me down in those little crevices the most once I get the general sanding done and finishing is the buffer. Buffer does gangbusters. All right, and the high paper. This last sandpaper is really the first step of polishing. Super fine. All right, time for the big polish. Got to stretch out and refold my rag here. Get a little bunchy. There we go. All nice and straight. Let me get loaded up. Here we go. Whew, it's pretty. Oh my goodness. So it's sort of clear with a little bit of this red and or rust and blue running around there. This side's got this yellow color changing kind of thing with some white and blue streaks going through there. Very cool. Hope that's what she's looking for. All right, I'm gonna pull this out. I'm gonna chamfer out the holes on the end there, and then we'll wander over to the buffer. Okay, let me switch the camera. There we go. You know, I could play some music in the background or somebody's podcast or something, but I'd probably get some kind of copyright strike. I remember one night we were showing that little drummer girl that was on the America's Got Talent or whatever it is. and they sent me a message that Fremantle had noted my use of that clip, and that clip could no longer be monetized. And I thought to myself, I don't have any clips that are monetized, so why do I care? But I just went there and edited it out so that nobody would complain. So you can't see that. It was some live one night where I was pretty impressed with this little girl drummer, but you know, whatever. They probably have an algorithm that runs to pick up all that stuff, so I'll play, no big deal. So I don't want to get those kind of things. And there was no copyright strike against the account. It was just, you can't monetize this video. I'm like, okay, whatever. All right, very pretty. All polished up now. All buffed up. Here comes a 3D printed one. That buffs up really nice. Super smooth edges. Oops, gotta go to the second one on that one. Let's see, forgot about that. Gotta come over here. Final polish. Sometimes I get lost in my head and I just think I'm done. Nice and polished. All right, last one. All right, and here we go. Miss EM. A little dust all over them. Hopefully you love those designs. Fun to do. All right, those will go back in her bag. And I will see you in the next premiere. Here we roll.